In the previous video, I mentioned that class diagrams can be used in a lot of different ways. They can be used to understand the high-level interactions among objects within a software system, and they can be used to map out the lowest level details of software classes. I'd like to take the high-level diagram we developed in the previous diagram and create a lower-level design class diagram with details suitable for software design. Currently, in the upper right of my diagram, we have a customer class, using a symbol that has just one row. When we diagram at a lower level of detail, we use a class symbol with 3 rows. This one right here. I'm going to be replacing my high-level class for customer with this new one. In the top row, I put in the name of the class, which is customer. In the second row, I put in the attributes of the class. These are the properties of the objects of type customer. In the context of taking a donut order, I'm going to only need the name and the phone number of the customer, at least for my food truck business. For that, I'm going to start off by setting an accessibility modifier, which is going to be minus, meaning it's a private variable, the customer name attribute, and the type of variable, which is type string. Similarly, I'm going to add in phone number by typing in a hyphen. I'm going to type in phone, and also make that of type string. What this means is that these attributes will be private and cannot be modified directly, but rather only through accessor methods that are going to be part of the class. In the third row, first thing I'm going to do is add in a constructor. I'm going to make it public, and I'm going to require that a string is passed in with a variable name of name for customer name, and it's going to be of type string. I'm also going to require that I pass in another variable called phone and make that type string. Okay, now I'm going to add the setters and getters that relate to my currently private attributes. The first one I'm going to create is called setName. I'll make it public, call it setName. The variable is going to be name, it's going to be type string, and I'm going to say that it returns void, meaning that it's not going to return any information after the method completes. I'm going to do something similar for setPhone. Call it setPhone, a string of type for the variable phone, and it's also not going to return anything. For my get methods, the first thing I'm going to do is have a get name method, which will be public, and it's going to return a string. Lastly, I'm going to have a get phone method, which is also going to return a string. All right, at this point, I can replace my previous placeholder. Okay, so I'm going to click on there, drag that over there, and I'm going to click on this and drag it over to there. I could rearrange this and make it a little prettier, but that's good enough for now. Okay, I could do a similar process for the other objects in here, but we're not going to get a lot of value from that. Really, it's just the same process. There's going to be some different attributes in something like order date and order ID, but the idea of constructors and getters and setters are going to be basically equivalent. Okay, so that wraps up this video. Across 2 videos, you've seen how to take a requirement statement and turn it into first a high-level diagram, and then turn it into a lower-level diagram suitable for software design. Happy diagramming!